Hello and welcome to today's video. We're back with another TBR cards, choose my monthly reads. And I absolutely loved doing this last month. That was the first time that I did it. So I thought we'd do it again. How many books did I choose last time? So I actually chose 8 books last month, and of those 8 I read 3 of them. 3 of the chosen ones, but I think I read 8 all together in that month. So I feel like 8 was a good number to pick. So we're going to do 8 again. But like I said last month, I'm such a mood reader. So what I want to read really depends on my mood at that time. So I find it kind of difficult to stick to a specific TBR, but I feel like having 8 will give me some to choose from. But I've also got a lot of new books this month, and I feel like when I get new books they automatically just go to the top of my TBR and I just want to read them once more. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm more excited about my newer ones. Don't know if that's just me. So that's partly why, but I feel like 3 is better than none. And I feel like that was just depending on my mood and what I was feeling like reading at the time. So like last month, we have the back 2 piles here, which are my, I don't even know how to explain them. They're the books that I haven't read that have been here for the longest. These 2 piles I've read, and then I've got loads of mini piles on the floor of basically my priority TBR. So these are books that are newer to me and that I'm probably most excited about. So if we can, I'd love to pick from these ones. And I also this month have brought my pile of proofreads over. So these are basically new releases that I am lucky enough to have a proofread of, or an arc, you might have heard them being called. So I brought them over as well because we just have so many new ones to choose from, and I'm hopefully gonna get 8 from the piles that are down here, but we'll see. So I have my little trusty TBR cards. We're gonna pick 8 out at random and we're gonna just read them together and pick some books. I'm gonna just give these a quick shuffle and then just pick 8 randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfect. So we have my 8 TBR cards. I'm going to look at them one by one. We're going to look at them together. First one, as always, I'm going to let you read first. Okay. What does it say? Choose a book which alternates narrators or timelines. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like that'll be quite a few. Okay, I've already found one. I also recently got Heartless and Reckless because I did read Flawless, which was on my March TBR. I did read that in March. So I do have these 2 to choose from as well. But there is one missing, which is Powerless, which goes in the middle of these. So that's really exciting, but both of these alternates point of view. So we could pick the next one, which is Heartless. That feels like a good choice to me. We also have The Locked Door, which is different timelines. And we have One by One by Freida McFadden, which is one of my newest books on my TBR, and I'm so excited for this one. And this one swaps point of views. I think I'm going to go for this one. I feel like that's a really solid start because I really want to get to this in the near future. Okay, we're going to go for One by One by Freida McFadden. Okay, next one. Choose a book which is a fake relationship trope. Okay. Oh, I do have one for this. I recently got The Catch by Amy Lee. And this is actually the 3rd one in a series, but I believe that they're all standalone books because I've not read the other 2. This one basically follows a fashion influencer that goes to a small town. In exchange for Evan's help with her social media account, Mel agrees to fake their engagement for just 1 week. So we have fake relationship trope in there. I feel like this is just going to be such a cute book, so I'm really excited for that one. Okay, on to our 3rd trope. I'm really happy with how this is going so far. We're only 2 books in, but I'm happy. I'm going to let you read it first. Choose a book which has 5 words in the title. I think I had this one last month and I just think that's so fun. I don't know why. Do I have anything though? Ooh. Ooh, okay. So we have a couple options for this one. We have some options. So we have Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy, which came up a lot last month, and I just don't know when I'm going to get around to reading this, but I really want to. This is the first one in the Lancaster Prep series, and A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, which is in the series, it got so much hype, and I really want to read that, but I wanted to kind of start the series at the first book, just because I have a good feeling about this series, so we're gonna see. But that is a chunky book. That's option 1. Then we have Once Upon a Broken Heart. This was on my March TBR and I just didn't get round to it. I read Binding 13 very early on in the month, and I feel like because that was such a commitment because it's literally 800-900 pages, I feel like after that I just wanted to read what I was in the mood to read, and it was also quite a heavy book, not just physically. But it was quite a heavy read, and I feel like I have to be really in the mood for a fantasy read, so that's why I didn't get around to this. I'm so excited for this one. This is still at the top of my priority TBR. I just feel like I have to be in the right mood going into this. But that's option 2. Does that even have 5? It does. One of my newer books, which is The One That Got Away by Charlotte Rickson. I feel like this is going to be a really emotional love story and I'm so here for it. I have read a lot of romance recently, but I feel like this is going to be kind of different because it's got an emotional, heavier side, I guess. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Out of these three, I think my gut instinct is saying Once Upon a Broken Heart. Because it was on last month and I didn't get around to it and it's still very much top of my TBR. I feel like it's only right to put it on there again. And maybe this will be the month that I get around to it. So for 5 words in the title, we're going to go for Once Upon a Broken Heart. I wonder if last month that was for the same prompt. I'd be so intrigued to know. Okay, so we have 3 books chosen. Time for our 4th prompt. Choose a book whose author's first name begins with C. Ooh. Okay, so we have The One That Got Away by Charlotte Rickson. I feel like this book is just trying to jump onto my pile. I don't actually have any others in my priority TBR that begin with C right now, I don't think. So we're going to have a quick look on the back 2 piles just to see what there is, if there is anything. Do you have Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter back there? That's the only one that I can see. That C, because their name has to start with a C. I think I would rather read this one than Murder in the Family for now. So we're going to go with this one. We're going to put this one on. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Okay, prompt number 5. Do you want to read it? Choose a book which has a yellow cover. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, we have some new... We had this last month, but we have some new additions. So we have 3 options. So the first option is one that I actually chose for this last month. I haven't got around to it yet, but this is Tales from the Cafe, and this was the closest I could actually get to yellow last time. I would say this is more gold vibes to me, but we have some really, really, really yellow ones this time. So we have It's Different by Tasha Guri and Lizzie Huxley Jones. This is a proof edition, which is so exciting. This book is actually out in June, so I really want to read it before then. This one's got a lot of yellow going on, and I'm honestly just so excited. I feel like it's going to give me all the summer vibes. Then my third option is yellow. And that's The X Next Door by Jo Platt. I feel like we can't really get much more yellow than this. This is one that I saw in the works literally like a couple of weeks ago. And I just saw it and I was like, I've never heard anything about it, but that just looks like so much fun. So I feel like we're going to pick this one. It's a little ditty cute book, and I just feel like it's going to be everything you could want in a rom-com. That's the vibe that this is giving me. So I feel like we're going to go for this one. I do have a lot of romance on my TBR right now, so I'd love to get some more thriller mysteries on there. I feel like this happened last time where I just had so much romance. At the minute we have 3 romance, 1 romantasy and 1 thriller. So I'd love to get some more thriller on there. Choose a book which begins with a prologue. I feel like that's going to be majority of them, to be honest. But let's have a look. I'm going to go for my thrillers first and have a look because, like I said, I really want to get some more thrillers on there. Okay, Housemaid's Secret begins with a prologue. Co-Worker by Freida McFadden. Both Freida McFadden books. I really thought that basically all my books were going to have a prologue at the beginning, but not actually that many do. That's so interesting. Okay. We have another Freida McFadden. Let's have a look at this one. Yes, this one has a prologue. All these Freida McFaddens have a prologue, so I'm thinking we definitely choose one of these. We have The Locked Door, The Housemaid's Secret and The Co-Worker. Which one am I most excited for out of these? The one that's standing the most out to me is The Locked Door. I don't know why, but I have really been wanting to read The Housemaid's Secret because that's the one after The Housemaid. But I think I'm going to go for The Locked Door. Are we? Are we, or do we go The Housemaid's Secret? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Or The Co-Worker. The Co-Worker looks good. No, okay. We're gonna choose between these 2. I think I'm going to go for The Housemaid's Secret. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's finally time to read this. I don't know though because I really want to read this, but maybe we can add this one with another card. We'll see. We're going to go for The Housemaid's Secret. We've got 6. On to our 7th prompt. Choose a book which has been on your TBR for more than a year. I really thought that we could choose just for my priority TBR. I really thought that was something that we could be doing. but not with that prompt. That prompt means we've got to go to the back two piles. This is kind of leaving it open, which is good and bad because I really just don't even know what I'm in the mood to read from back here. There are actually two back here that I nearly picked up last month, so I feel like we'll pick one of those. Oh, there's actually three. All these three I so nearly picked up last month. So this one hasn't been on there for more than a year though, so I'm gonna just pop that one back. This one definitely has, and Beach Read definitely has. Okay, so I feel like we'll pick between these two. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of more drawn to The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I feel like it's been a while since I've read a Lucy Foley book, so that's making me want to pick this even more. And I feel like I've read a lot of Emily Henry recently, even though I do love Emily Henry and I love her books, and I've heard so many good things about this one. But I feel like we're going to save it, especially for the warmer weather coming as well. I feel like this is just going to give me the perfect summery, sunny vibes, if that makes sense. So we're going to put her back, and I think I'm going to choose The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, which is so exciting because I really like the way Lucy Foley tells a thriller. And we're on to our last prompt, which I feel like this has literally flown by. So I'm gonna let you do the honours of reading it first, since it's the last prompt. Choose a book which has a person's name in the title. Oh, that's interesting. Do I have any of those? Okay, I can already see one. I'm gonna get some options. I think we're gonna have to look at the back two piles as well for this one. I literally can only find one. I can literally only find one. But I'm not mad about it because this is from my priority TBR. This book is like in my top 5 books that I really, really want to read sometime soon. And that's Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. And I believe that the main guy in this is called Archer. So there we have it, Archer's Voice. Person's name in the title. That's so exciting. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with our book selection. So I'm going to just quickly run through the ones that we chose. So we have 8 altogether. First one we have One by One by Frida McFadden. So excited for this. So excited. Then we have The Catch by Amy Lee, which is a little small town fake dating romance. Then we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, which is going to give me all the romancy vibes, hopefully. Then we've got The One That Got Away by Charlotte Rickson. I feel like this is going to just be a really emotional first love kind of story. Then we have The Ex Next Door by Jo Platt, which is hopefully going to give me all the rom-com vibes that I'm looking for, and it's going to be a little cute, quick read. Then we have The Housemaid's Secret, again by Frida McFadden, which is the second book in the Housemaids series. I have a feeling that this month is going to be the month that I get around to this, because I have been really intrigued to see where she takes the story, because I believe it's the same main character from the first one. So I'm just so intrigued to see what's going to happen in this one. And then we have The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I'm really happy with how we've got a lot more thrillers on here this month. I do feel like I kind of go into a slump if I read too many romances one after another, and I feel like thrillers just really keep me reading, and they're just so quick and easy and gripping. So I'm really happy that we've added this one. This is the only Lucy Foley book that I own that I haven't read yet, so that's really exciting. And this is one that I've heard so much about, so hopefully it'll be good. And then last but not least, we have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I've heard so many good things about this, and I just want to know what all the hype is about, and I've really been excited to read this, so I'm really happy that that's made it onto our TBR. But yeah, there are our final 8 books that we've chosen together, and hopefully we can read more than 3 this month that are in this pile. I have a good feeling because these are all on my priority TBR, but who knows, because whenever I get new books I can't seem to stick to a TBR because I just want to read the new books that I get. But I do have some new books in this pile, so I'm hoping that's going to mean that I actually read a lot of the ones that are in this pile. We'll see. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching and choosing these books with me. I honestly love doing these videos. I think they're so fun. And I will see you in my next video.